You know, it used to be in this town, you could go outside, you could scream, and people would look at you like you're crazy. But now, anyway, welcome to my show. Let's go start our service with the Decticars on P-Men. How do you like my opening? Is that good? Is that a good open? Am I clever? Am I funny? Am I neither? I think I'm probably neither. Okay. Outfits. Let's get our ass a map. There we go. As you walk down the gangplank, you find yourself in the most clean and efficient-looking space dock in Auroran space. You are startled to see men actually polishing the floor with tiny pieces of cloth. You turn to find a heavily tattooed man before you. You notice that his tattoos are mostly for battles with the Federation, but there are many from inter-house fighting also. You notice that there are symbols from kills accredited to all 5 houses, but before you can wonder about it too much, the man addresses you. Emily of House Huron, I am Lo Wang, and I am your sponsor here. This means that if you do not adapt quickly, you may well find yourself heading home, perhaps breathing, perhaps not. I am the leader of the Decticars. We are warriors We are warriors without a house, devoting our lives to serving the Auroran Empire, not just to one of its subsidiary houses. It is we who defend the Auroran state from itself, and who act as guardians of the Auroran culture. We are the buffer between houses, stopping any bloodletting from getting out of hand. Please follow me to your lodgings. Your work will begin tomorrow. You are assigned a Rimerton partner called Hune of the Order of the Crimson Sword. Great name. Hune explains, while most Rimertons have some leaning toward a particular house, they are all committed to the Auroran cause first. My father, Lo Wang, leans toward House Huron, and was partner to Tekarak when he served with the Rimertons. It is the start of a strange time for you, patrolling the borders of Auroran space, serving alongside warriors from other houses and the ever-calm Decticars. You will catch yourself wondering... Wait, is he not speaking to us? He is speaking to us. You will catch yourself wondering why all of Auroran space cannot be like this, and hoping that someday it will be. Have a look around a bit, he says with a smile. There'll be plenty of time to catch up later. Well. Oh, they're illegal. Oh, that's wonderful. You can buy illegal weapons here. Aw. That's fun. I didn't know that. Bar. When you enter, you see Hun and Lo Wang sitting at a table near the door. The Decticars have heard of raids by houseless warriors on the frontier settlement of Kant in the Context system, Lo Wang informs you quietly after you sit down. The Auroran settlers have discovered a valuable deposit of palladium, but these honorless thieves have been plundering their shipments as they leave the planet. You and Hune are charged with sorting out the culprits. Hun looks at you strangely. Do you accept? Of course I do. Hune grins, suddenly glad, and slaps you on the shoulder. You passed the first test. Now we need to go to this cursed planet and help these silly people out. Cursed planet? You ask quietly. It has a giant artificial ring around it, replies Hune diffidently, and every time that scientists try to take a look at it, they end up disappearing without a trace, taking everyone else in the system with them. You look over at him apprehensively. Dying in battle in the service of the Huron house is one thing, but being swallowed up by an unknown menace is another. Hune chuckles. Don't worry yourself. We probably will not have to be on the planet for very long. Wow, I am reading terribly today, I'm sorry. But that's okay. Let's go to the context system. There it is. Okay. Babies. What's the easiest way there from here? It's probably 1, 2, 3. Come on. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is kind of fun because, like, that's sort of where we started out, right? Like, our mission definitely started going to Kant. And getting palladium, excuse me. There they are. Now that you're in range, let's kite. Uh-oh. Need to range your friends. Okay, and there's a couple of argosies as well. Of the silent footfall. That's interesting. Gotta love these lances. Teehee. Alright. I think that's all of them. After you're fighting your way through the heavier than expected pirate presence, you manage to touch down near the settlement camp to see many men and women, obviously with little martial experience, trying to hold out these treacherous dogs from their ramshackle homes. As soon as you and Hune enter the fray, the battle turns. You both hit them with everything you have, and the honorless dogs quickly give ground, and not one survives to reach the relative safety of space. Thank you, sirs. Excuse me, says the grateful leader of the colonists. We thought that we were just about to die. At least you chose to go down fighting, grunts Hune gruffly, obviously uncomfortable with the praise, and you grin at his discomfort. But we would ask of you one favor, continues the settlement leader with some trepidation. All our spacecraft have been destroyed by houseless pirates, and we need to pay our sponsors back on Danny by passing some of the palladium we have managed to acquire. Could you help us? You are about to snap that you are not merchants to be carrying around produce, but Hune places a restraining hand on your arms as the man shrinks from your obvious rage. Of course we will, he intones quietly. True warriors are tasked to protect all of the citizens of the Empire from all dangers, be they combat or mercantile-based. You have the grace to look ashamed, and you immediately head back to your ship to begin loading. Yeah, never forget where you came from, bitch. We started out doing the palladium shit. We're going back. Doing it again. However, I am going to land an Egit. Egwit. Fuel up. Uh-oh. Ah, pirata. Adios, pirata. The sponsors of the settlers are overgracious with their thanks. They entertain you with a breathtaking feast, and send the two of you off with a barrel of Nibos, an alcohol so strong it is forbidden on some colonies. However, Hune has been giving some lessons to you in drinking. He tells you of all the different positions within the various houses, as despite having been a warrior for some time now, you have spent most of your time wandering the galaxy in service to your house and have not had these things explained to you. You have the elders of the houses who act as a ruling body of advisors, he tells you, and then you have the thorough Kier, Obsidian Heart, Arbiter of Reckoning, and the Mundo Kier, Heart of the Crushed Garnet, Eye of Fury. The easiest way to think of it is that a Mundakir is the military head of the warriors of his or her house, in charge of protecting any of the purely physical dangers. The Thurokir, on the other hand, is the spiritual head of the warriors of his or her house, in charge of protecting against any of the more nefarious threats of their house, be they spiritual, threats to the house's honor, or even espionage and sabotage. Often the Mundokir and Thurokir will end up working together, Hune finishes, slightly slurring the words due to the copious quantities of Nebo spear you both have imbibed. They do this to protect the house in every possible way. The warriors are their pawns to use to defend their house as best they can. Some of them are more valuable than others, but ultimately they are just pieces of the house's defense. Somehow the thought that you are just a block in the defensive wall of the Huron house fills you with pride. Your role may or may not be large, but without you, the wall would be harder to keep strong, and that makes your whole life worthwhile. Anyway, Hune mutters drunkenly. We need to get back to Rimmerta to receive any further missions that might be required of us. I'll see you back there. With that, he drunkenly staggers off toward his ship. I'm sure he does. Oh, man, I really want... Oh, well, it's all right. I think the Auroran storyline might be the most hilarious to have, like, a pirate fleet at the end of. But yeah, we need to get back to Pimmon. Upon landing, you are met by Lo Wang, who informs you that a Moashi dignitary named Duradar will soon be visiting his great-nephew on Auroran LP1 in the SPC 1421 system. His rank is sufficiently high to require an escort to the strife-ridden border settlement. This time you will be sent without Hune to escort him from here to Auroran LP1. You struggle with your rage at being used in such a lowly manner, but after a moment you calm yourself and begin to realize that you are being tested, and that Lo Wang is waiting for your answer. What will it be? Yes, I think. Lo Wang nods, satisfied with your response. He leads you over to an older man who has a disdainful expression on his face. You would leave me in the protection of this cur from that honorless house? Sneers Duradar. I say that the Dektakars are fools. Lo Wang, unperturbed, points out that if you should fail, the Mosh would have a case against the Huron house, so who better to protect you than an ancient enemy? With a flash of insight, you realize that Lo Wang is correct, and you vow to protect this scum from any harm while he is in your care. Very well, Duradar concedes in his condescending manner. It might be entertaining to watch one of the barbaric Hirani working toward the good of a proper house for once. You roll your eyes at Lo Wang after Duradar sweeps past, and he has a hard time keeping a straight face behind the pompous fool. Alright, so where the hell are we going? All the way over there? Can I buy a map here? I can. Okay. Da. Let's go. Shit. There we go. Well, it seems that when put to use protecting those of us who are worthy of such security, even the Hirani are capable of performing to a level that is acceptable, if only barely, sneers Duradar. Still, I fully expect you to run back to where you came from, where they will encourage you in the bad manners that you have shown throughout the journey here. It would do you well, girl, to remember that you should respect your betters. As he starts to walk away, all the many hours of snide and derogatory comments finally becomes too much, and now that you have discharged your service to this pompous windbag, you let fly with a single comment that stops him in his tracks. You can be assured, Duradar, that whenever I meet my betters, I will be more than ready to respect them. Until then, I will simply discharge my duty. With that, you turn away to head back to your ship for the journey back to Rimmerta, smiling at the indignant sputtering of the Moshi fool. Yeah, fuck you, man. Fuck you. You fuck with my house? Oh, sir. Oh. You're gonna run like a bitch, huh? Ah, coward. A coward is what you are. Well, that's alright. I don't intend to go back there anytime soon. Alright. So let's see here. I'm gonna check on a couple of things. Okay, offshoot. First Auroran offshoot, okay. Escort Mosh Dignitary. Available from Rimmerta in the bar. From Wild Beast storyline, refusing, failing, or aborting, blah blah blah. In the bar. As you sit in the bar, sipping the drink bought for you by Hyune, Lo Wang walks in and comes over to you. The wild geese have made a strike against Auroran interests in the Freya system, he informs you. We need you two to reinforce those Auroran interests in the system. Once again, there is that odd moment of silence as both Hyune and Lo Wang await your answer to the implied question of whether or not you will do your duty. Of course I will. With a nod, Lo Wang accepts your affirmation of your honor and walks away. As the two of you get your stuff together for the upcoming battle, Hyune tells you a little about the wild geese. They are a group of mercenaries with a long history of battle honors. Every now and again they are employed by various houses to help with their battle plans, and they never renege on any deal they ever make, and they fight like demons. Of course, they are often employed by the Federation as well, and they certainly make for worthy adversaries. I'm surprised you don't know more than I, Hyune breathes quietly. After all, the leader of the wild geese, a man named Eamon Flanagan, is a decorated warrior who served with the Hirani for many years, long enough to be given the battle name Archandar, which translates to He Who Refuses to Die. I understand that he was given that name by a former Mosh Mundokir after he covered a Huron withdrawal, dropping back again and again to forestall the Mosh fleet forward elements. Well then, you reply with a savage grin. This should be a battle to remember then. With a laugh and a slap on your shoulder, Hyune moves toward his own ship, and the two of you go to do battle with these worthy opponents. They are worthy. I hope we don't have to fight the fucking... Anyway. God, I kind of want, like, these Auroran weapons. I know you're not going to give them to me. Yeah, you won't. You won't sell me an escort. Shit. Okay, in the Freya system, huh? Well, alright. Whoops. Crap, they have mod star bridges. Good. Okay, I think we're good. That wasn't so bad. I was a little worried for a moment. Ah. The wild geese gaggle fought valiantly, as can only be expected with such opponents, but you were finally triumphant. Hune saved your butt more than once with his fancy shooting and you his. You celebrate with a little more of that Nebos. Throughout the night, the two of you salute the many, many now departed, valorous enemies you faced today, who fought with courage and skill. More than a few of the young warriors stationed here join the two of you, many openly praising the skill shown by both of you. Even the young Mosh warriors are complimentary. I cannot wait until I discharge my service to the Empire, says one of the young Moashi, so that I might test myself against the Huron. If all of them are as capable as you, it will be a great challenge. I look forward to that day, you reply, surprised to find yourself thinking that not all of the Moashi are bad, and that you will be sorry to send this one to the Hall of Heroes. Yeah. The next day, you wake up lying beneath your ship, soaking wet and freezing, with Hune standing over you, grinning with a bucket in his hands. You immediately leap to your feet and begin struggling with him, quickly pinning him to the ground and slapping him around the face as he laughs uncontrollably. You eventually let him up, and he embraces you as a sister. You have shown yourself worthy of being called a battle sister of the Decticars. You have discharged your duty, and it is time you return to your house. I look forward to meeting you in the future, Emily. I am sure your future will be filled with glory and honor. I have a feeling we will meet again to do great things. With that, he embraces you again, and with a wave heads towards his ship, and you know in your bones that he is right. One day the two of you will change the course of the Empire, somehow. Cool. Alright, I need to answer this message. Okay, let's see. Da, da. Okay. Da, 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 da. There we go. Okay. Alright. Head to Huron. Back we go. Let's go to Aurora. and use the HG. We love hypergates. Back to the hearing system. As soon as you land, you decide that you had better head to the bar and find out if anything is going on, obviously. On returning to Huron, you are met with much rejoicing by your friends. It has been a long time between drinks. Tekarak tells you that he has need to speak to you tomorrow about the future direction of House Huron, and that you are to play an important role in it, both behind the scenes and in the spotlight. It is with a monstrous hangover that you make your way to Tekarak's quarters the next morning. You arrive to see him stripped to the waist, engaging a number of holographic opponents. Sweat shines on his bare body, making images of death and destruction that adorn him take life. Writhe and take life. You politely wait for him to finish, and when he does so, he sits down beside you and begins your briefing. It is important that you become feared by our enemies, but that you are also known as an honorable warrior. The reports of you while you were with the Decticars were very favorable. This will do much to improve your standing in the eyes of your brothers and our enemies. However, Tekarak continues, there is going to be a duel in the grip system. Kuran feels it will be important, and I always defer to him in matters of strategy. The man's a genius, you know, and he feels it is important that our enemies get to know just how good you are. Of course, it will be a fight to the death, and victory cannot be claimed until the winner shows that the other warriors are dead. It will be a bloody and fast encounter, as each house will only send one warrior. You have been chosen to represent House Huron. You will have a few weeks to get to the grip system in order to cover yourself in glory again. So get cracking and good hunting. Hopefully I'll see you soon. By the time you get back, Kuran may well be ready to do some work, and plans will be brought into action. You quickly shake Tekarak's hand and head for battle. All right. Who are we going to go fuck up? Some jerk, right? Where the hell? Grip? The grip system? Where the hell is grip? Let's see. Where the hell is grip? Is it in front of me and I'm blind? It should be marked, right? Nezra Tuatha, Chert, Hiran Vantra. Is it there? Is it there? Is it there? Crap, man. I've only got so long to get there. This is problematic. Shit. I don't think it's mapped, is it? Oh, it's mapped. It's just way the fuck over there. Off Tekel. Okay, off the Tekel hook. Now I know. That's what I get for not zooming out. Okay. Aurora. Yes. October 9th. Yeah, no time passes when you're using the hypergate. That's right. Okay, let's go to Tekel. One, two, three, four. But first I'm going to land to get the save. All right, let's go. Let's go fight something. Okay, that's... That was not one. That was not one. What? There will be one. That was not one. Whatever. That's bullshit. Glad I saved. Jeez. Those little bastards. Whew. You are without honor. Let's try this again. And kite a little bit better this time. I did not expect to be just immediately accosted by phoenixes. Alright, where are you? Oh, you're trying to kite. You are trying to kite. Oh god. So my opponents are these little bastards. There's just definitely more than one of them. You hide in the planet's fucking shadow. Little whore. Oh, you are a coward. Clearly you want to play. Yeah, that's right, bitch. Better fucking run. Okay, defeat all the duelists. Yeah, we defeated all the duelists. Whatever. At least we got him this time. Well, bye. Who the hell did we just duel? I like how he didn't actually tell us. He's just like, there will be a duel, go fight. We're like, okay. Whatever you say, Daddy. Daddy Tekarak over here. Alright, these missiles are pretty good. I'm not complaining. I just had to play it a little bit safer. The most intense battle you have ever experienced still resonates within your soul as you enter the Great Hall. Your near-naked body is adorned with fresh kill tattoos, and the tattoo of a Auroran champion still smarting on your face. Ow! The hall is jammed full of proud warriors. Thousands of voices roar with approval as you step into the light of the huge bonfires, and you feel your heart almost burst with pride. Tears well in your eyes as Kuron raises his hands for silence. Little wolf, he begins. The days are brief since you stood before us for the first time, yet your achievements nearly cover you. I have watched you grow into a mighty warrior. Nuada Skullsplitter, head of House Huron, motions you to kneel before him. In a regal motion, he pulls a white-hot brand from a nearby fire pit and touches it to the top of your favorite hand. You grit your teeth as you feel the flesh sizzle against the hot metal. As by steel you live, by steel you are marked, Nuada intones. This marks you as a weapon of this great house. Now stand and be recognized, Karhalan, the wolf of House Huron. Through the night celebrations, all you can look at is the seal on your flesh, A heron gliding gracefully over a leaping wolf. It feels good on you. Oh man, I want that now. I want that tattoo now. Oh man. Okay. The mood in the bar is one of quiet waiting. The council has been planning a new battle group, and most predict that you will be leading them. Many warriors have challenged you of late, from wrestles to simulated combat in ships varying from fighter-sized to capital ships. You are exhausted most of the time, but you know why they are doing it. They wish to impress you with their prowess, trying to become part of the legend that is rising around you. Those who challenge you are paying you a great honor. Most of the available warriors in the house have been recalled to Huron, and the bars are all full of restless, loincloth-clad bodies, and the air is heady with a scent of tattoo ink. With anticipation, you head for the great hall. A crowd gathers behind you, many of those present having dueled you in the past few weeks. By the time you meet Bizarra, the crowd has swelled further. Well, he glances behind you. I see you must have put on a new perfume. Karad steps from inside Bizarra's quarters and continues. He sniffs you loudly. Smells like success to me. You glower at the both of them as they laugh long and hard. Oh, God. Stop. But realize that there isn't much point. Bizarra and Karad are like most warriors. They take little seriously unless there is war or death. The three of you head for the hall. Karad tells you that after the council meeting he wants you to meet his son, Jasura, just back from the Federation front. Karad has spoken highly of him in the past, as have Tekarak and Bizarra, and you are keen to meet him. You bring your focus back to the present as you enter the familiar dimness of the hall. The sounds of conversation dies away as Kuran steps into the firelight. He strikes the flagstones with his staff and begins. Fellow warriors, you have been called here to endorse a new battle group. Like the Auroran warriors of old, it will travel the universe battling with prowess and skill. There will be a reckoning in this land as House Huron walks the warrior's path of strength. It is the contention of the council that the Mosh House has been the first family too long, and that House Huron must take over that position if we Aurorans are to prosper. The roar for the assembly deafens, and you roar with the others. As the cheering dies down, Kuran continues. This new battle group will be working together with me and with Tekarak the Bloody Hammer. The Mundokir and Thurokir will guide them and use them to bring about the destruction of the Mosh House. Again, more cheering, which first forces Kuran to wait. It is during these few moments that Kuran makes eye contact with you, and you know for sure that you are to lead this new group. Your heart hammers in your chest. This new group will be known as the Pack, and their leader, the mighty Karhalarn. Fuck yeah. Tears of approval erupt as a multitude of hands slap you on the back and reach to be shaken. Kuran speaks again. The ranks of House Huron have been scoured for the 7 best warriors to join the new group. They are Horgar the Grim, Skultir, whose weapons spell doom, Burchi of the Cold Death, Savard, whom death knows well, Syntax never fears, Jasura Iron Will, and finally Bizarra the Cunning. Great names. Good job, guys. You catch yourself thinking how nice it will be to have a much more personal knowledge of the handsome Jasura, but you stop yourself when you realize that you have been staring. Jasura is a determined warrior not much older than you. In fact, only Hargar looks to be older than you, by very far. New tattoos are placed upon bodies wherever they will fit. A wolf, its muzzle dripping with gore from a rotted skull. The symbolism doesn't fail to strike you, for the skull is the symbol of the House Mosh. stand, my warriors, and be recognized, Nuada says. The pack stands as one and and feels the approval of their fellows. Karhalan, I charge you to lead this strike force deep into the Federation heart and attack the forces of Sol. Soon there will be a Federation shipping convoy passing through that system. I feel it is right we warn them that the pack is fearless, and their jaws will soon close around the Moshi throats. I agree. Let's go fuck them up. But first, I'm going to check my mission computer. Alright, that is a long-ass mission text. Alright. Yep. Go destroy a ship in the Sol system. And then... wow, the Auroran string is long. Okay, let's go. This is going to be funny. Hi. Actually, let's go from Mosh to Nazra second. And then to Sol. Shit, Velos. Okay, I think we've done it.
It will be done.
Oh wow, we already lost 3. It's probably because of the Velos. Well, that's okay. The bloody Velos. Slaves of the Federation. Ah. I see that the winds of the universe are favorable to us. Wait, what? Oh god, we're on the offshoot. Oh, I didn't have to land on Sol, did I? Okay. Alright, so this is the offshoot. You've been waiting for Tekarak for hours and are about to give up. Tekarak bursts through the door with a wild look in his eye. Little wolf, he is almost beside himself with excitement. We have the Mosh now. Our spy on Mosh uncovered a conspiracy. The Mosh were going to allow the Federation fleet safe passage across the Auroran borders to attack the Teklan Dani houses. This is huge. It would be enough to turn the Teklan Dani houses against the Mosh, but coming from us, neither house would believe it, so it falls to us to stop the threat. The plan called for the Mosh fleets to send coded messages to the Federation fleets, who would then jump into Auroran space without a shot being fired. The Council proposed to send 2 battle fleets, one each, to the head of the Danny and Tekel rendezvous points. Destroy the listening posts there, and quickly erect new ones, feeding signals back to the Mosh on Aurora that all is well. Of course, the Mosh fleets will be nothing but an expanding debris field, and we will be waiting for the Federation. The Federation will be vulnerable and not expecting us to attack. We will clean their clocks. Unfortunately, for this to happen, I need you to go and steal something from the Federation. Are you keen? Yes. The Federation have a research facility on Menin. It deals with research and development of coding and decoding arrays, and for the specific development of jamming technology. It is called Project World Eater. We need you to go to this station and break into the research facility. Our techs are working round the clock to create a couple of little gadgets that will make the job easier, but when all is said and done, it will be a difficult task. They will make you a multi-key pass, which will crack the lockout on the doors in the facility. The amount of power that will be required to do this is immense, so use it sparingly. You also have a special makeup to cover your tattoos. Most of your operatives inside the Federation use it. It will mean a new haircut and style, but I'm sure you can live with that. Our techs will give you a schematic of what the devices will look like, but just to be sure, take a quantum solid copy of their files, then get out quick. Once you are in the clear, send word and a fleet will jump in and destroy the station. They will be traveling incognito using stolen ships, mostly pirate mod Valkyries. Sounds simple, huh? Sure. I guess that's the next thing. Huh. Are we not badass enough? Do I have to land on Sol? Well. In the early hours of the morning, you quickly make your way to the R&D area of the station. You expect the Federation security forces to descend on you at any minute, but the techs have done an amazing job of forging your pass card and identification. And so far, you have been cleared through each checkpoint with a cursory glance. Before long, you reach Project World Eater research offices. In the lock, the multi-key pass bursts into life, buzzing quickly through the various possible codes at a furious rate. The door slides open. You are shortly in the main lab and examining the arrays before you. Each one is a different stage of completion. Grabbing the one closest to complete, you then find the jamming devices closest to the schematic you memorized. You conceal both in the satchel that the Huron text gave you. It is a shroud bag designed to allow the true contents of the bag to be concealed under sensor scan, instead displaying innocuous items. This is the first field trial, and you pray that it works. You copy the researcher's files to the quantum solid crystal and head for the door. The trip back to your ship is successful, but ultimately uneventful, and for once it seems everything has gone off without a hitch. Nice. Now where do we take them? Back to Huron? Is that right? That's right. Alright, let's go. Excuse me. I expect we're about to get chased. So let's just do a little bit of back and forth-ery. How about that? It's unfortunate that we lost 3 members of the pack right away. Oh, Lord. Excuse me. Here technicians run away with the samples you have stolen, and with the file copy you retrieved for them. They quickly ask if you have had a chance to look at the various inventions and if you have any ideas or thoughts on them. You tell them that they will have to wait for your report, but that you would be glad to help them perfect their designs at a later stage. One of the techs suggests that you discuss it over a couple of drinks at the bar, and you readily agree. You head off for debriefing. Tekarak is delighted, and the head of Hiran Research and Development sends his personal thanks. It seems that the copy you took of the Federation files also contained the theories of various new encryption techniques. It is felt by the science community that the possibility for new technology in the Hiran House is high, since the theoretical knowledge you stole is worth years of research. Tekarak has also received word from the Federation. He has received word that the Federation have sifted through the wreckage of Menin and are thought to be unaware of the theft ever taking place. All in all, he says, the plan is coming together nicely. I'd hate to be the Mosh in a few days' time. You both chuckle and head for the bar. Tekarak hands you another drink, and you take one long swig. I want this one to be your last, Wolf, and he waves at the drink in your hand, since I have an honor to bestow upon you. Tomorrow, our fleets will head out in secret to Mosh. Ordinarily, I would lead one fleet and Koran the other. Since so much has gone into the preparation for this attack, and the opportunity is so great to deal a mortal blow to the Federation, Koran wants to keep an eye on both fleets. Subsequently, we are one commander short, or we were, up until I gave you command of the other fleet. You feel your mouth fall open and Tekarak grins at you. I had a feeling about you when we first met, and I'm glad to know I was right. I want you to lead the second fleet and take her to Auroran LP-1 in SP-1421 to wipe out the Mosh there. Once you do, the engineers will jump in and start sending back the false signals. Sounds easy. Do you want to go? Let's do it. Good for you. Tekarak shakes your hand. Commanding a fleet is an interesting proposition. If Koran thinks that you are in trouble, he'll send instructions by burst transmission. But I have a feeling that you'll do well for yourself. Now each ship will have a transmission jammer installed, including yours, but the techs have performed some sort of miracle to allow our coded burst signals through the jamming. The only problem is we don't have time to test it. So if everything goes off the air, just do the best you can. Congratulations on your first fleet, young wolf. You shake Tekarak's hand and head home to sleep. You are going to need all the energy you can get. Next day, you jump out. Is there another fleet with us? Is that the fleet? Tee. Here's the solution. There we go. Excuse me. Still nothing to sneeze at. If I needed to destroy them both without either of them running away, then that's kind of a pain. Oh, and then we have to land, right? I forgot how damn close you have to be to these things. Okay. The Mosh fleet has been utterly destroyed, and the transmission jammer worked better than you expected. No transmission from Hiran were able to get through to you, and you have a suspicion that the regular reports you sent back did not get through either. However, Kuran is happy with the result and is proud of the way that you led your men. The engineers have already half built the dummy listening post, and the signals pumping out of the engineering ships have been doctored to make the Mosh think that the signals are coming from the listening post. All you have to do now is wait for the word to send back the coded signals to the Federation fleet. The IFF projector, or the liar box, as it has been come to be known, and it says, as it has become known, has been tested in ship-to-ship transmissions, but you hope that it works over long distances. It should enable you to lure the Federation to the trap. The transmission jammer will deny them the ability to call for help, and they will die in their thousands. It'll be a great day for the Huron. The time finally arrives for the signals to be sent, and as you give the order, you can feel the excitement build in the men around you. The Federation fleet signal back the all clear, and all over the fleet, men spring to their battle stations. The Federation are going to be very surprised. In the final communication between you and Curon, he wishes you luck and tells you to return to Huron when all Federation ships are destroyed. Okay? Ah. There they are. Let's just wait. Oh, I can't repair? Dang. That's okay. Is that everybody? Did we do it? I think we did it. But I think that we still haven't managed to do the thing in Seoul yet. Have I failed? No, I've not failed. Yeah. There you are. Let's go. That should be sufficient. Yes, that was all of them. Okay, the marker on the Sol system is gone now. We just needed a little help. It's too bad that the pack's first interaction involved the Velos. Your pack mauled the shipping lanes of Sol, and the Federation is well aware of just how good you are. You think the Moshi must also know and smile grimly to yourself. The other houses will be upset that the Huron will be able to perform such mammoth deeds with such small numbers, but the dishonor is theirs. Once the Huron house becomes the first family, it will be time for all Aurorans to perform feats of valor. Tekarak and Kuran allow you very little time to rest before sending you and your team on another mission. Kuran grins. The pirates are being torn by internal strife, and the old balance of power among them has begun to shift. We must know what is going on up in the galactic north. My spies report there will be a new player in the patch. I'm sending you to meet with him, and Bazara to meet with his immediate enemy, the notorious McGowan. It is important that you get a feel for this fellow called Eirik, he continues earnestly. McGowan we can deal with because we know that he has very little honor and wants only for riches and power. His kind are easy to anticipate. This Eirik may be a different man altogether. Tekarak would be going himself, but he has headed off on important business, so Nuada has requested that you go in his stead. I don't have to tell you how important this mission is, Kuran finishes offhandedly. So don't muff it, or I'll kick your backside till it's blue. Your pack won't be going with you, as they all have missions of their own. The game is afoot, my friend, and soon it will be time to play for the entire box and dice. What? The game is afoot, my friend, and soon it will be time to play for the entire box and dice. What? Sure. You are beginning to plan what you will do when you find this Eirik when Curon continues. The Moashi have become just a little suspicious of the increase in activity on our behalf, and apparently there is much talk of you in their bars and stations. Be careful, he cautions. You have become something of a marked woman. Many young warriors will try for you just to make a name for themselves. It is important that you remain alive. You are important for the future of this house, and your dying would put a serious crimp in our plans. So play it smart and don't get dead. Carle Carr said that you had a good head for battle, so use it and don't get suckered into any traps. Go to Viking in the Tichel system and meet this Eirik. Find his political leanings. Probe him, but don't look too obvious. Report back to me when you're done. Okay. I love Viking. It's a great place. All right. Okay, and I don't have to worry about I don't have to worry about my boys anymore. Did I do that? Did I eat the Cheerios? Destroy Federation fleet. Oh, it's probably because some of them ran away. Shit. Well, that's fine. It's the offshoot. Tichel, SBC 1421. I thought I beat them. Return to House Huron. Ship location and system. Yeah. Whatever. Fuck it. Let's go. Ba. We are a criminal. Let's go do some criminal shit. You meet with Eirik in a small bar. You talk for many hours over ales, and find him to be an honorable man. I mistrust the Federation, he comments shrewdly, and would love to see their downfall. I have been running supplies for their rebellion for months, and will continue to do so. Eventually, I will fight for them. When the war between the Auroran Empire and the Federation is over, and the Federation has ceased to exist in its present form. On the topic of McGowan, Eirik becomes pale. With controlled rage, he tells you that one day he will kill McGowan to avenge the death of his parents. He's us. He's us from the pirate string. I thought so. You do not press him further. If there is one thing an Auroran warrior understands, it is vengeance. Before too long, the hours have passed, and you both head for your ships. Eirik tells you that he would like to forge better relations with the Aurorans, and if doing so begins with House Huron, then so be it. You leave feeling a deep sense of promise for the future. On entering the bridge of your ship, you notice the flashing message light. You quickly enter your voice print and scan. Quran informs you that the Moashi have begun a push against the outer system's Hirani space. There are distress messages flooding in from various points, and you are required to head for Huron with all possible speed. You blast away from the spaceport, breaking a number of outbound traffic laws as you do so, but you don't care. You have a lot of space to cover and not much time to do it. Yeah, but I'm going to go shopping first. There's not really much point. There's nothing here, but doesn't hurt. All right. Yeah. It's not the ideal route. The ideal route is through Seoul, and I hate that. But, okay. I don't think that offshoot has to be completed for everything to be okay. I'm just gonna check the thing. Okay. Da. That's funny. Okay. Un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq, six, sept, huit. Wow, there's a lot. There's a lot. Okay. Yeah, we might have to stop soon. Let's get back to Huron and see what's going on, and then we'll pause for the night. I was just checking how much there is left to do. You land amid a great amount of confusion. Warriors are openly weeping, and most stand with bowed heads. As you push through the crowd, you hear muttering of disbelief and despair. You find Savard, Jasura, and Bazara. Bazara turns to you and pulls you into an embrace. I have bad news, sister. He pulls you closer. Tekarak is dead. You feel your heart skip a beat. Tekarak, dead. For a moment you cannot think, and the cool, hard rage fills you. How? You force through clenched teeth. We aren't sure ourselves, Jasura tells you, but Curon will only speak to us when the pack is all here. You were the furthest away, and so you have been the last to arrive. The others are waiting outside the bar. He is clearly upset, and you reach over to embrace him. You hold him for a moment and then push him away. Let's go, you say as you force the sadness down inside. The sooner we talk to Curon, the sooner we can find the scum who did this and have our revenge. Curon meets you all just inside the entrance of the hall. He looks both weary and strangely joyous. He meets your looks of pain and despair with a wry smile. Why all the long faces? Did he die a coward? The shock of what Curon says stops you in your tracks. I guess you don't yet know how, so I'll tell you and let you all decide for yourselves. The Moshi fleet you all rushed to stop was only sent for him, and the fool knew it. So what does he do? He speeds to meet them. He gave an excellent account of himself, making a mockery of the Moshi's best. By the time he fell, the Moshi had lost 20 fighters, a cruiser, and a carrier. All this he did, even while facing their Mundokir. Yes, my brothers, the Moshi sent the Eye of Fury to claim him. So tell me this. Who has found peace in the Hall of Heroes, and who still have the lion's work cut out for them? Coron smiles sadly. Yes, I'll miss that man a great deal, and unfortunately all of our plans must wait until we find a new Thorokir. That is why I waited for all of you to return. You know how Thorokir are chosen. Tradition is tradition. I offer you the office of Thorokir. If you desire it, do battle above the heart of our house. The winner will be the new arbiter to avenge the death of Tekarak the Bloody Hammer. Those who have the spirit for this fight, fly out, and may your wits be sharp. Your ships have been modified. You will be able to kill each other, but any who kills another can never be chosen. Really? For this battle is about skill and honor, not death, though death may follow the victor soon enough after this day. You turn and stare at your battle brothers and sister in surprise when Birchi of the Cold Death pushes you out of the way as he heads for the door. Come on, he calls over his shoulder. I have waited a long time to see how good you are, Karhalarn. You'll get a run for your money. Oh, by the way, good luck. You chase after him and prepare for battle. Okay, we just have to not kill anybody, I guess. Oh, God. Oh, this is gonna suck. Alright, ship goal disable. No killing. Wow, they're all coming for me. God, those chain guns are a pain in the ass. And I need to make some space between you and the last guy we blew up. Shit! Goddamn motherfucking bullshit! Okay. Hiya, boys. Okay, this is much harder this time. Let's recharge a little. Okay. Okay, come along. Okay. Sure, we got plenty of space. Come on. Okay. I think we did it. I think we've managed to do that without failing. You land, feeling strange, wishing Tekarak were here to confer with. You are now Thurokir of House Hiran. In so becoming, you realize that you could have killed your closest friends. Once the impact of that hits you, you head into the throng of screaming warriors. You are carried shoulder high to the great hall proclaimed as the new Thurokir by the Council of Elders. You are informed that everything the Hiran House has is now available to you, including every type of ship they produce. You are cheered at the thought of finally being able to purchase the capital ships you have always dreamed of. However, your thoughts are quickly tempered when you realize that the awesome responsibility of being the moral and ethical ruler of the house now sits squarely upon your shoulders. In the resulting celebrations, it takes more than the usual number of Boilermakers to leaven your heavy mood. You drink to the memory of Tekarak and to the success of the House Hiran. Jasura takes you home, and you are more than a little surprised that he doesn't leave. At some point in the night, he tells you that he would have had you easily if he didn't harbor feelings for you. That is why you are Arbiter, so you can make your heart as black as obsidian. I cannot, for it will always hold thoughts of you. You pull him closer to you. Not as black as you think, you whisper. For long have I had feelings for you. You embrace, and all too soon, dawn arrives. Oh, that's really sweet. Despite the night before, you are unable to rest, and a bleakness has settled on your spirit. For so long, Tekarak has been a rock to which you were able to anchor yourself. So did the whole house, you realize with a frown. Leaving Jasura asleep, you stalk silently through the room. From the room, heading toward Tekarak's quarters to go through his personal effects. Koran has told you of the tradition, but you dread the task. You feel as if it will place Tekarak forever beyond your reach, but you feel that is why the new Thurokir must do so that they may fully carry the mantle of responsibility. You enter the dim confines of Tekarak's unit, and are surprised to see a holoprojector with a note to you attached to it. You pick it up and initiate its sequencer, and suddenly Tekarak comes to life before your eyes. Hello, Lass. He smiles at you, and you feel the tears leap unbidden to your eyes. Well, I guess I have died, and my hunch about the Moshi was right. Damn, I so wanted to be there when we marched down to victory. Ah well, I'll save you a spot at my table in the Hall of Heroes. Now, down to business. I have become very concerned about the number of our vessels being pulled away for duty on the border. Theoretically, all the houses defended equally, but lately the requests for Hirani ships have increased significantly. It is starting to leave us undermanned in the inner systems. Now, if I have died, all the warriors will have gathered here. Our enemies will either attack our borders now or will wait for all our lads and lasses to return to their far flung posts and then make a strike for Huron itself. Now that you are arbiter, you have to carry the weight of the whole house on your shoulders. Don't fret, I have made sure that your shoulders were strong enough. You must determine which of the two theories is true and act upon it. So much is at stake now. The Moshi are as slippery as eels and as cunning as cutter-house rats. They know we are making a push and have plans in place to foil us. If they win, then the Hirani will cease to exist. They will blast us into atoms, leaving only dogs to lick at their heels. Don't let that happen. Now I know you don't feel like you can succeed, girl. But don't worry, neither did I when I was in your place. Just remember, I have faith in you, and I know that you will lead us to victory. When we are the first house, unite the Aurorans. You have the wits to do it, for I have seen it in you. Unite us, and then lead us to victory. Tekarak's image fades, and you are alone once more. You sit and think for a long time. By the time you emerge from Tekarak's quarters, you have changed in yourself. You have taken the Hirani cause to heart, and to make Tekarak's wishes into facts. First, you have to investigate the number of Hirani ships on the Auroran border. Then you can at least form a strategy. From the communications bunker, you send a subspace message to Hyune in Rimmerta asking if he could come spend some time with you on a little jaunt. Your next step is at the bar, where you slap awake Bizarra, Syntax, Birchie, and Savard. You send them to man the main spaceways into Hirani space as a precaution. Next, you inform Kuran that your oathing ceremony will have to wait, as you have much work to do. He is much amused by your precociousness. You wake Jasura and tell him that you both must leave, unfortunately in opposite directions. His face drops, but you remind him that his duty, and yours, is to the house herein. He lifts his face stoically, and you kiss him lightly before leaving for the communications bunker. After a few minutes of waiting, Hyune replies that he is more than happy to share your company for some time, and that he will meet you on Rimmerta. With that, you head to the dock. The roar of your engines barely covers the roar of the Hirani warriors as their new Thurokir heads for her first duty. Cool. That's right, we can buy the carrier now. Dude, and it's 10 million credits, Jesus. Whew. But what does it come with? It comes with Firebirds and Phoenixes and turreted railguns. Turreted railguns, mind you. What kind of outfits can we buy now, I wonder? We can buy the Phoenix Bay. We don't have nearly enough space for it, but that would be hilarious if we could deploy Phoenixes. The turreted railgun. Bro. Oh. I want. Damn. Damn, the turreted railgun is so awesome. Damn, man. Damn. If we sell a medium blaster and the fixed railgun, then we can buy the turreted railgun. Is it worth it? Probably not, but we do need to fill these up. So you never know when you might need to disable something. Okay. Okay. Right. I was going to stop for the evening because I'm tired, and there's a lot to be done. But we're Thurokir now. Everything relies on us. We're the most important person in the Auroran Empire. No. But this is fun. Yeah, Ory'hara ain't got nothing on this. Ain't got shit on me. Anyway.